Welcome to the Mylio Photos coffee break. My name is Angela, and today I'm joined by a really killer team. We've got Lori Rubin, she's our head of onboarding. She's going to be helping out in the chat, as well as Michael Dearworth. He is one of our top support technicians, and they are both here to answer questions. We're also pleased to have Rich Harrington, our head of product, hanging out. He's going to be around to answer questions as well, because if you haven't noticed already, we did go ahead and release the Mylio preview late yesterday afternoon. So today's topic is looking at a secondary display. So if you've ever wanted to use Mylio on two separate monitors, or even just have two separate windows of Mylio open so you can do things kind of side by side, well, your wish has been granted, and Mylio now offers this feature in the Mylio preview. What we're going to do is go down here to the bottom row, to this bottom sidebar, or bottom bar, and there's an icon here for show on second display. So go ahead and click on that. It's got a little arrow and it gives you a handful of options. And once you're in that second display mode, you can switch between these, but go ahead and pick which one you want to start with. I'm going to say open in grid, and that pops up another window. So ideally, if you have two displays, you can go ahead and take that and you can drag it onto a different screen and be able to use Mylio Preview that way. Now, I don't have the ability to demo on two screens at once, so I'm going to actually show this on a single monitor. So for those of you who only have one display, you can use it that way too. So this isn't just for people who have multiple monitors. It can be used also on a single display. So I'm going to go ahead and go up here to my main Mylio window, and I'm going to make this take up the right half. There we go. So there's that. And then I'm going to go to the other one, and I'm going to have this take up the left half. So now I've got my secondary display window on the left and my main Mylio window here on the right. Now, as I look over here, I can take a look at the different views. So all of these same options that were here in this menu here are listed across the top of the screen on the secondary display. So I can switch between them, and I'm right now in grid. I can go to the Loupe view, which is a single image. And as I change images over here on the right, that's going to update and show me that image there on the left. That's already pretty cool. You can show and hide the film strip down here. So if you want a little bit more screen real estate, you're welcome to do that. There are some other options here. If I go ahead and click back onto this window to make it active, any of these views have additional options up here under this more menu. So you can choose to show or hide the film strip, auto hide controls, things like that, and decide if you want to have even a composition overlay. Another cool thing is almost everything over here can be controlled with a keyboard shortcut. A lot of these shortcuts are showed right here in a little shortcut list across the top of the screen. If you don't want to see that, you can exit off, and you can go ahead and hide that as well. Again, give you back a little bit more screen real estate. And you can go ahead and choose how you want to look at this. Now, this Loupe view that we just jumped into, it has three sub modes of its own. And right now we're in normal, meaning if I click on an image here in the main viewer, it shows in the secondary one. Now I can choose live, and what that does, it gives you a little live badge there so you know that you're in this view. When I pop back over here, all I have to do is move my mouse, and that automatically sticks with whatever I have my mouse over. So it's a really nice way to be able to give an overview of what you have and see what's there. Now I'm going to jump back over here, and we're going to change this to locked. And now, no matter where I click over here, or even if I make something bigger over here, it's going to go ahead and keep it locked to that one that I selected before. So if I go ahead and choose back to normal, it's going to then mirror what is on my regular display. The next view here is compare. Let me go ahead and go back out of this, and we're going to go here into the compare mode. And this is probably one of my favorites here because, and one of the things that I think a lot of people have requested for a long time is the ability to look at images and compare them side by side. So if you have two similar images and you're not sure which one is the best, seeing them side by side can really be the best way to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and choose another image here. I'm going to say make select, which is going to pop that over to the left. And then it's automatically going to pick the next one in the grid to put just next to it. I can swap them back and forth. So I can say which one is my pick or my candidate and which one is the select. And then from here, I can click the Z key on my keyboard to zoom in and be able to get up close and nitty gritty with all of the details and see which one is the one worth keeping and working on, and which one is worth maybe setting aside or marking as a reject or whatever you want to do with it. So compare mode is really, really helpful when you're comparing, obviously, two images that are very similar in nature. Now,
Angela,
the next mode we have here
before you
is,
switch modes, could you go back to where you were in compare mode for just a
yep,
second? So I love on this one, like if you zoom back in, you'll notice your horizon lines were just a little different. And if
mhm.
you wanted to compare them, you can click that little link icon. And then instead of the two zooms being linked, now you can reframe run. So if you wanted to line up your horizon lines because you were comparing, it just kind of gives you that independence if they weren't perfectly framed. So normally they stay linked, but we wanted to give you that flexibility. And that's great too. Like if you're comparing two portraits, which one has the sharper eyes or things like that.
That is a great tip.
Can I jump in and say that's super cool? Sorry, these little things just make me excited. Okay, never
Me
mind.
too. Me too. All right, so then moving on to survey mode. So this is where you can select multiple photos to review them side by side. So if you have one photo selected over here in the main viewer, only one of them is going to show over here on the left. But I can then take and grab several images. So let's say I want to take a look at all of these bird photos. I'm just going to select arrange. So I click the first one, hold down the shift key, click the last one, and now all five of those are on the screen. I can go down and select even more images, and then it goes ahead and gives me all of those images so I can see them all in one place. So again, another great way to compare and look through what you have, build out different collections, figure out which images you want to work on, and so forth. Rich, do you have anything else to add about survey mode?
Yeah, you see the little X in the upper hand corner there. Like as you
Yes.
start to choose which ones you want to keep or get rid of, you can close them from there, and survey mode will auto compact and it just kind of like lets you narrow things down. So maybe you have like five for consideration, and then it's just as you go, it's building your selection, and then it's super easy to send that to an album or, create an export or a share. So survey mode is kind of allowing you to choose what do you want. Obviously, if you go too big, oh, and that's a fun one too. There, I don't know. Did you hit the space bar there? That's my other favorite. Like the ability
Oh,
is to pop an image full screen without having to open it, so that you don't have to keep going back and forth and back and forth. We wanted to just make it easier to pop a full screen preview by pressing the space bar.
yeah, that is actually something I don't think I've shown a whole lot of yet. Any image that you have selected, if you just hit the space bar, that one image goes full screen. So that is very, very nice little feature. I think it's going to be useful for a lot of people. Even if you're not a big keyboard shortcut person and you don't like having to remember those, pretty much everybody can remember just hitting the space bar. And then that's going to, just that alone, I think, make your life a lot easier. All right, so then moving on to Slideshow. This is, you can use this from anywhere in your library, but I think it's going to be most easy to share this from an album here. So I'm going to go into albums and let's go ahead and pick the bird folder here and or bird album. And I'm going to go down here to the photos we have in this album and switch over to slideshow view. And that's automatically going to start playing everything in that album as a slideshow. So this is a really fun way to show things off. If you want to go ahead and have this sent over to a TV, you can go ahead and do that. If you notice up here in the upper left, you have options to AirPlay. And if I make the screen a little bit bigger so you can see all of it, there's one also for casting. So if you have a casting device, so an Android, or you have an Apple device, you can AirPlay and send those right to your TV. I tested this actually just yesterday and turned on my Apple TV in the other room and was able to watch a beautiful slideshow of my images from the other room playing from my computer. So this is really a lot of fun, and I think you guys are going to really, really enjoy this. So just a quick slideshow put together. There is a full slideshow builder down here in the main viewer as well. So if you want to have more control over all of the settings and you want to be able to export it and do things with it, that's going to be the place for building your slideshows. And then our final option here is browser. And this turns this secondary window into your grid and puts your image that you have selected here large in the main viewer. So you can go ahead and click on images here in the grid and be able to see those images full screen over in the main viewer. So whether you want to have the big image on your main viewer and the grid on the other monitor or vice versa, you can do that. And again, these windows are fully movable, so you can grab one of them and move it to wherever you want on another display or on the same window. If you want to make this smaller or bigger, you can certainly do that. And it's just a really nice, flexible way. So if you want your main viewer small and your grid big, or if you want to make that really small and then make this one bigger, it is completely up to you how you want to use this. Very flexible. I think this is going to be one of those tools that people are going to use quite a lot and is going to be very useful going forward. It's something that people have been asking for a very long time, and we are really, really happy to be able to share this with you and that it will be in the next version of Mylio. Please go in and play with the Mylio preview. Let us know what you think. Test this out on your displays, see how it works, and make sure you give us that feedback here through the feedback button.